Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Samri.
Welcome to the Chopsticks and Fork Please podcast. Woo! All right, it's been a bit.
Yay.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, we think
Okay.
the last topic was the Worf.
Yeah.
So we'll continue with Worf.
Well, you had a different thing you want to talk about too.
Oh
Something
yeah.
about 5 theories, and there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
video from.
From Stephco.
Okay. Stephco.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, I'm assuming you're going to be putting a link to the video in the description.
Yes.
I'm just reminding you, I'm calling out right now. Give credit where it's due.
Yeah. So she researched and came up with these different theories of how, I guess, men decide on who they're going to be serious with.
Mm-hmm. I like how it's like theories, as if like we can't talk to another man to confirm.
Oh.
You know, it's like this
Yeah.
is my theory, and it's like you can't just talk to another dude and just confirm.
I mean, like, there's a whole.
And it's like, you know, it is like, you know, like not all guys have the same reasoning, right?
Yeah, and that's why she has 6 or 5 theories.
Okay.
So the first theory is the box theory.
Okay.
Which is basically where men put, like, the first, you know, like, you have a first impression of someone.
Yeah.
And then as a man, you would put a woman or a girl in a box.
Okay.
Of like, oh, would F wifey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's different boxes.
Do you know the meme of like you take like 3 like characters or something like that, and you're like, okay, marry, fuck, and kill. You choose one.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like that, kind of like that.
Without the kill, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they hate the woman, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that,
Yeah.
Except the box is like, you know, cause it's confusing for a lot of women where they've been dating the same guy for years, and he never like proposes, and then once they break up, he gets married to the next woman right away.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
So that's what I think led to the box theory.
Okay.
Of like, well, and also the taxi cab theory. Oh my gosh, they have like, you know, like commonalities and stuff.
Okay, so we'll go to the taxi cab theory.
Okay, the taxi cab theory is like when a man is ready to get married, the next woman will be the one he proposes to. So like, the taxi cab would be like, a cab comes along, and a woman comes in, and he's like, okay, let's get married. Or another woman comes in and he's like, no, I don't like her. Something like that. I wish we watched this again.
Water drop theory. What's the water drop theory?
I remember he splashed water on her on a date, and she didn't freak out. She was just like, oh, it's just water.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'll marry her because she didn't freak out.
Is that it for the theory? Just like splash water on someone accidentally or on purpose and see if they freak out?
Oh, like, I guess it's like if they're chill about things, if they don't take everything seriously, if they're not like psycho, you know, about like, oh,
yeah, just be like well composed as an individual,
well balanced, and just like, you know, take things.
This is the one that I probably gravitate more towards right now. The other two kind of seem kind of psycho.
Oh, the taxi cab and the box theory.
The box theory.
Oh, you don't think that's realistic? I mean, not only for you, but other guys you know.
Yeah.
In real life, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, there are crazy people who just do, like, you know, who date, and a lot of it just has to do more with, like, who are the type of guys you're dating, I guess, you know? Like, are you just...
Who are you attracted to?
Yeah, are you just attracted to people who are just kind of just, like, more casual with relationships, you know? Right?
Instead of dating to marry, or...
Yeah, and then just, like, you know, talking talking, being like, okay, hey, like, are we going to do, having that serious talk,
Oh yeah.
having that uncomfortable talk.
Yeah.
We had that
Yeah.
talk, and I mean, for me, it was pretty casual. I was like, I'm probably gonna marry you, but I just don't know what. Just it'll be a surprise of when.
Yeah. Apparently, you were waiting to have a more stable job.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I just want a more stable job. And when I get that, it'll do it. And I mean, like, if I didn't have a more stable job, I probably would have still like proposed to you like later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Like probably.
I thought that was the thing that.
It is a thing, but like if it was too long, then like I probably would have been like, all right, it's whatever,
Oh, okay.
Like you can't wait forever.
That's true. It can't
especially
be
with this
based
job.
on.
Imagine if I said that now. Imagine if I said I would like in this current job market, and I was still like contracting, and I said I want to wait until I get a stable job. And you're like, oh fuck, that's gonna be never.
Yeah.
You're like, that's gonna be never.
Yeah, it's gonna just increase my anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
that was all right for the time, like contextually for the time when the job market was pretty
pre-pandemic.
hot. Yeah, pre-pandemic job market was pretty hot.
Especially in tech,
Yeah, so like.
Oh my gosh! Now they're just laying people off tech.
Yeah.
Like
now
crazy.
it's less stable. So
it's like it's in fashion. Like every tech company is like, oh.
I would not have said that like today.
Oh, okay. So it's based on. It's based on
like everything. That's why like with like general age, the theories are kind of like very generalized, right?
Yeah, I mean, plus, no guy would be honest. I don't know, like, okay, not honest, but like.
I mean, I was honest, wasn't I?
That's true. Yeah.
It depends on the person. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Once again, this is why you date people, so you like understand them as a human being
instead of like, oh men.
Yeah,
men put us in
blanket.
boxes.
Yeah, men blanket,
Or they're like a taxi cab situation where they're like, oh, the next woman.
I'm not gonna deny that like there are guys like this out there, but don't like if you don't want that to happen to you, don't date guys like that.
But it's hard to know what kind of person you're dating.
Yeah, like that's why you date. That's also why you date them, and you also get to know you get to know them. You're like, I think it's very easy to be like, to see someone and be like, I don't think they're serious, or here's the thing, people are afraid of being lonely.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
People are afraid of being lonely.
Yeah. So they don't want to like break up and go for the next person who aligns more with what they want.
Yeah. Like, what about, like, women, you can apply these box theories and taxi cab theories too. To men, yeah.
Oh, like, it's because, okay, as far as the taxi cab theory, it's usually, at least in Western societies, it's the man who proposes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? It's not usually the woman who's like, oh, the next guy, I'm going to marry him because my eggs are fertilizing.
Yeah.
Or fermenting.
Yeah. But yeah, like, you can break that.
Yeah.
People can break that stereotype,
And
you don't have to be the one, you don't have to be it in like proposing, but you can like have an honest to God conversation about it,
Yeah.
Be like,
it is scary for some people.
Yeah, it is very scary, but like, hey, guess what? You can rip that Band-Aid off right now and save yourself maybe like a year or two of just like dating a guy who's just,
or 10 years.
Or 10 years, like, hey, rip that Band-Aid off. Be like after like you had that we had that conversation.
Yeah.
And it was
pretty early on. I was like, I don't want to keep dating forever without getting married. So like, because I had the goal of getting married before I turned 30.
Yeah. It was kind of weird to ask, but I'm like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. We're just dating,
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, we got a date to like be sure that we're like compatible with each other,
Yeah.
If it goes good, then it goes good.
Yeah. and also we needed to have met each other's families and they be okay with us.
Yeah, you know.
And like, friends too.
Yeah, you had to and just be emotionally mature. That is the thing that not a lot of people are. They're not emotionally mature, you know, to like be like, you know, some people would get defensive about that question. Obviously, that's just, if they're not, then obviously they're not emotionally mature enough to have these conversations, which like, you know, tells you a lot about them, which means like you gotta either work on it, probably, like work on that, or like get through it, or like, hey, just rip the band-aid off, go to the next guy.
Yeah. And that's for women who want to get married. There are women who want to keep things casual all the time.
Yeah, there's also women who want to keep it casual too.
Yeah.
And just say like, hey, and
there's polyamorous women. Yeah. There's all kinds of situations. You gotta know what kind of person you are.
Yeah, you need to know
go for what you want.
You need to know what you want, and you need to know what the other person wants, and don't be like, but I can change. Like maybe your partner is on, you want something serious, you want your partner wants to be more casual. You could be like, but I can make them want me. Girl, don't do that to yourself. You don't have to do that to yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
It could be dangerous, especially for women.
Like it's kind of like, look, I know red flags need love too, but you don't have to do it.
Yeah, you don't have to be that one person.
Not every woman is a psychiatrist or a counselor, right?
Yeah. It takes a lot of energy and work, and you're not a nanny or a nurse or a psychiatrist. Okay. And they all get paid.
Yeah. So how is they get paid. If you do it for free, that's rough. So what was this Hardwig soft
life theory? So there's this, I guess, black women were saying how black women who wear like weird wigs that don't look good on them are the most, I guess, like Oreo. They don't they don't live in the black community, so they don't have a good hairstylist, so their hair would be all crazy. Yeah. Which is me, by the way. Like my hair was crazy. I would go to school crazy with the crazy hair, and I didn't care. Yeah. Because my mom didn't know how to do my hair. Yeah. And anyways, so that theory is more specifically for white men. Because currently, when black women or black community think of dating out, they just go straight to white men. Yeah. They don't think about, Latino men, Asian men like yourself, or, you know, South Asians and Australian, Aboriginal, or, you know, like there's all these different kinds of men. Yeah. Samoans. But anyways, currently, when black women think interracial dating, they're like white men, and they noticed white men don't care what their hair looks like. And also white men, when they go for black women, they tend to go for like darker skinned black women, like just like unambiguous black women. Like if they go for black, they just like go for black, like no caramel, no sugar, no milk.
No milk in there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's me.
Versus
I'm not white, but but I was like, I don't care too much about skin tone, like, you know, like skin tone, like, you know, if I'm going black, you know, like,
because black is black.
Black is black, you know.
Yeah, because for black men,
it's like there's a difference of like lighter skin tone and like colorisms and stuff like that,
and hair texture and features, like they like thinner nose or what. Anyways, it's also like black men are not like a separate creature from black women. They learn how to hate black women from black women hating themselves. Yeah, that's like a different conversation.
That's a different conversation to have that probably I'm not the best one to talk about.
Yes.
I'm not exactly the best person to talk about that sort of thing.
But yeah, that's the hard wig, soft life theory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and also I guess the show that they're referring to with the black woman with the weirdly shaped wig.
Yeah.
It comes from, so there's like a nanny service, like a professional nanny, really expensive. You know, like they teach the kids Latin or whatever.
All right.
And they're like bodyguards, like trained.
Okay.
And there was a show where, you know, like they showed different like families. Most of them were white, like white couples.
Yeah.
And one of them was like this like African British black woman with like, you know, like West African features who wears bad wigs.
Yeah.
And I guess it kind of like created this like reality shifting event.
Yeah.
For black women when they saw it, they're like, oh, I don't have to have good hair. I don't have to have like straight nose or a small mouth to be married to a rich white man, because like he was like super uber rich. Like they have a huge mansion and they have nannies, servants, like they have horses. Anyways, so it kind of created this like dysmorphic situation.
I would just say it's not that like I'm attracted to weird hair or whatever like that. It'd just be like I'm attracted to a woman who's just who owns herself. That's what I think. You know, like that woman who had weird. I mean, I doubt her character could be boiled down to she just wears bad wigs. I bet there was probably other aspects to her that were also pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing that people just boil it down and they're like, oh, it's because she has bad wig. Maybe if I wear a bad wig, I'll attract rich white men. That's what they're doing. Here's
the thing. Here's also the thing. The fact that you're calling it a bad wig is you've already lost. You've already lost by just calling it a bad wig.
Why?
I feel like because you don't think it's a good wig. Right?
I mean, because men in general, I guess.
I mean, once again, like, this is the character. Maybe the actress herself thinks it's a shitty wig. Yeah, shitty.
Oh, she's not an actress. It's an actual family.
Okay. Then, like, then maybe she just likes how they look. You know? Maybe for her, it's a good wig.
That's true, yeah.
So, like, hey, you're judging that, oh man, she wears a shitty wig, but you know, guess who won? Guess who won? She did.
Yes, exactly.
So, you know what? That wig isn't a bad wig.
That's true. It's not a bad wig if she won.
It's not a bad wig if she won.
Yeah.
You know, like,
good point.
That's the thing. The fact that if you're calling it a bad wig and you're like, I'm gonna wear this bad wig, you've already lost. You think yourself that it's a shitty wig.
That's
then,
true.
Like, it's gonna show. Like, it's not show directly. Like, the guy's not gonna be like, I think she hates that wig. That's not gonna happen. But it bleeds out to like other things. You know, like other things. You know, like maybe you're not as secure in yourself or something like that.
Yeah, insecurity.
And then
with your looks. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like, you know,
you have to be confident.
Like guys, we don't know that you're going to be insecure about your looks, but there's like a vibe feeling that's like, oh, maybe that's all a bit off, you know? Something's like off, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it goes like you get more irritable about like your appearances or something like that, right? Someone picks up on that, right?
Yeah. Because men, like as far as like the patriarchal society that we're living in currently, you've told me that like nowadays more men are more insecure with their looks.
Yeah.
But it tends to be more modern phenomena.
Yeah.
But before then, it didn't matter what a man looked like.
Yeah. Nowadays, like, a guy has to look good too.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays a guy also has to like do like some self-care and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's like even like capitalism hasn't even caught up on this, where they like target a lot of like you know how there was the pink tax before, right? Where you had a lot of like care products that just like color pink and they're upcharged. Now we're getting the opposite, where it's called the black tax, where like products that are just like, you know, just like soaps.
Yeah.
Soaps or like makeup.
Makeup, yeah.
Or like other
makeup.
Men's makeup. It's like you just see like bold lettering, black color branding, and it's like for men, you know.
War paint.
And like and it gets upcharged by a lot, you know. It's more expensive, like, you know, like soaps for men, like men's soaps, for example. They're like pine needle, cedar tree, outdoor smelling stuff, you know. It's like forest, lumberjack, Viking stuff, you know, like I have beard oil, and it's like this Viking branded beard oil.
Oh yeah,
you know?
that's
it's
true.
Like, it's like all of it's like, you know, like probably like, and it's like all upcharged, but you know, like it's just self-care stuff, but it's just, you know, why is a bar of lye with like herbs and flower, you know, like herbs and like different scents gender coded?
Yeah.
You know, like come on.
That's true. I mean, as long as it sells, and it seems to be selling.
Yeah, it sells, you know, like it works.
Yeah.
Like Old Spice got popular because like it was, the first commercials were like targeted actually towards women.
Really?
Yeah, like, you know, hot, like, you know, like they give like, hey ladies, do you want your man smelling like me? You know, that's that commercial.
So the women buy it for their
partners.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But nowadays they're targeting it towards the men directly
okay. Because men are also feeling more insecure these days.
Yeah.
But before, they couldn't directly target men.
No.
They had to target women to target men.
Partners.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of like how a lot of, you know, like for toy companies and stuff like that, they target the kids so that the parents have to buy the toy for the kids.
The kids will be super annoying and
and guess what? Guess who has the strongest buying power?
Women? Oh, kids?
No, the parents of children.
Oh, okay.
They have the strongest buying power, right?
Not like they're rich, but just the pressures.
Yeah. Just like get a toy.
Keep up.
Yeah, and it's they have the highest buying power, and like you can't like disrespect that. It's like it's the biggest money maker for any company.
That's kind of like my anxiety, like you know, when we have kids and the kids are like, oh, we gotta have the latest, most expensive thing because Johnny has it. Yeah. And Sally is wearing blonde wig or whatever, or like VR headsets or whatever.
VR headsets.
You know, like if they target kids, I'm sure they'll sell a lot.
Yeah. I think that depends on, like, you know, that's going to be a thing of, like, you know, we teach our kids life lessons. Like, you know, like my my nieces and nephews, they're, like, saving up their money so that they can buy, like, their own phone or...
Oh, sorry.
I just muted your phone.
Okay. My alarm went off.
Unprofessional of you.
It's so I don't forget to go to Worf's training.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
your nieces and nephews.
Yeah, they have
so they even though their parents are well off.
Yeah, they could buy them the newest stuff, but they don't.
Oh, okay.
But like my nephews, he wants to buy like an iPhone 12. He can't, and he's saving up his money. It's not going to be the newest phone, but it's going to be like a pretty decent phone.
I have an
iPhone you have an iPhone 12. Yeah, it's a good phone.
But I bought it 2 years ago?
Yeah, you bought it when it was more newer.
Wait, I think that was pre-pandemic. I don't remember people wearing masks.
Yeah, but you bought actually you bought the last generation. So now the iPhone 12 is like 3 generations back. So
it'll be cheaper.
It'll be cheaper for him.
It's still like going to be like 300 or 500.
Yeah, but he's been saving up money for a while.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's like a life lesson you can give your kid, you know, like save up the money to buy your own thing. And you can reward your kid doing other things, like, hey, get good grades, do chores around the house, stuff like that. Have this be a life lesson.
Yeah. About interest.
Yeah.
Accumulating interest.
Don't just buy your kid the thing. Maybe it's like an easy thing. Maybe it's like maybe like if your kid has like a hobby, right? If your kid has a hobby and they're like into the hobby and they're like, hey, I could use a new pair of like shoes for sports and stuff like that, right? Because mine are currently like out of beat because I've been using them too much.
Yeah, or you just pay for their tutoring classes.
Yeah, you know, like pay for like, you know, like piano, art classes, martial arts, sports stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Those are good stuff too, probably, but you know, like buy.
That's not considered spoiling, though.
I don't think. I mean, like I think that falls on more in line of supportive of their hobbies or interests, right?
Okay.
Like imagine if like you're into art and then like your parents buy you like art supplies. You're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, cause I work retail and there's a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
Who work there to support
their
hobbies or their interests. Like
that's good too. Yeah.
But it seems like they're exhausted. Like they age faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Like back pain and stuff. I'm like, you're not supposed to have back pain from working in retail, so you could buy yourself swim trunks. Like there's one kid working to buy expensive like swim shorts that cost like $300-$500. I'm like,
you don't need that expensive swim trunks.
Apparently, it makes a difference. Like it's very hydrodynamic.
Yeah. Okay. But kid just needs to shave his body hair.
Yeah.
That's what you do, you know, like just shave your body hair.
He was explaining how it like tightens his muscles and like keeps water off, and because if he buys cheaper stuff, then it'll keep the water and it makes him heavier. Okay. Less dynamic. Yeah. Anyways.
We'll see.
Expensive stuff, so they go to work, but I don't know, retail. Anyways, different topic.
Yeah. Different topic. What's this finding home theory? Finding
home.
All right, not important.
I guess someone feels like home to you. I haven't really like.
And you wanted to talk about it, even though you haven't even seen the entire video.
It's interesting.
I think it's like not to it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the theories.
Yeah.
And
I think it's weird to just generalize. I mean, like the fact that there's these 5 theories is like, okay, then you know that like all men are different and like you can't really generalize them.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so when I was in my dating phase, I was thinking about, are men all the same? Or like, how can I get married to a good guy in time? And I was very like, it's very attractive to go into these theories and like put people in boxes of like, this guy is
do you know which group of people categorizes women and like make these general blanket like theories about women?
Misogynists?
Incels. You know?
Yeah.
And when you think of guys doing that, that's gross.
Yeah.
Right?
So for you, when women categorize men like this, it's gross?
Yeah, it's gross too. Yeah. You wouldn't want to be categorized like that. Yeah. You wouldn't want guys talking about talking like, I have this cat theory about women.
Cat theory?
Yeah, I'm making stuff
That's true. Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird.
Oh.
So when you see, I'm like seeing this box theory, this taxi cab theory. I'm like, that's weird. Right?
Yeah, and it's hard to tell, cause when I first told you about this theories,
I had this biggest eye, like mentally, I had like this eye roll, like, oh, their theories, whatever.
Cause you were like, oh, I knew from the first date.
Yeah, I was like.
But like, is it something you can categorize or like point a finger to?
No, it was just vibe.
Vibes.
Just vibes. Just vibing. I don't have an explanation for it. Right? Look, babe, I think you also just got lucky with me. I got lucky with you too.
Yeah.
You know,
we both got lucky with like finding each other at the right time.
Soulmates.
Yeah. Cause like I am very quirky.
Yeah.
And I can be pretty off-putting. Cause like you drop little things of like, oh, remember when you said this?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, if I didn't like you, I would have left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shoot. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess there's no rules. You just have to be yourself, and someone who likes you for you, and someone who's not gonna like nitpick on like, oh, she wears torn up bras.
But yeah, like also do work on yourself.
That's true.
Like, sometimes if like you're consistently getting like turned down or something like that, maybe look on yourself and see where you can improve yourself, right? Whether it be like, oh, let me just do it for yourself too.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, I'm feeling bad. Maybe you should go exercise because a lot of health benefits from there. Or like, don't do it because societal tells you that you need to lose weight.
Yeah.
Do it because, hey, I feel good doing this.
Oh, I lost 10 pounds, by the way, guys.
Nice.
I don't know if I announced that on the podcast, but I did that through intermittent fasting.
Diet.
And I work in retail, so I run around and sweat a lot.
You move around more.
And I drink water more, too. Yeah. I have, like, a water bottle in the fitting room, and then I go there and drink.
Yeah, I told you.
Way more than before.
Yeah, I told you, because I remember you're like, oh, I don't have to. I told you, bring a water bottle to work. Drink water. Just do it. You know?
Yeah. And, like, and the whole thing about, like, work on yourself, for yourself, that's what I did.
Yeah.
During my dating phase, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this for men.
Yeah. Like,
I'm going to, buy new bras and underwear for myself.
Yeah.
Because it looks good to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you shave for yourself. And for hygiene, too.
Yeah, and then, like, I work out because I want to physically be strong. I want to physically be able to do stuff, like, to do certain things, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool. Like
clothes look better on muscled body.
Yeah, and that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to be able to lift more weight.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to like physically be stronger, and like be able to like do things, right? And hey, just so happens that my body matched what I wanted to do.
What you wanted to do? What do you mean?
Like more push-ups. Lift objects up, open jars without pulling a tool out or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, makes life
more easy. It makes life more comfortable, and then you also have like less micro pains.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what other advice I can give. Oh, so instead of putting men in boxes, work on yourself.
Yeah.
Focus more on yourself. What makes you happy?
It is easier to work on yourself than it is to change for someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Instead of trying to be put in a box, decorate your own box. Make that box yours. Make that box yours. Put googly eyes on that box. And like, this is my box.
Make it comfortable. Make it a place that you don't mind being alone in.
Yeah, maybe
Be okay with being alone.
Yeah, maybe you like bad wigs. But you know,
quote unquote, because for you it's not bad.
Yeah, maybe you like quote unquote bad wigs, but hey, if you like that wig, own it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who have like, oh, I like this thing, you know, like I like this thing, and I'm happy I like this thing. Other people might think this thing is weird.
Yeah.
But I like this thing. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, be, I guess, less judgmental of others as far as like, oh, how come this black woman who is ugly? Because, okay, the unsaid thing about the bad wig woman is a lot of black women feel she's ugly. That's the shadow part.
Yeah.
So they're like, wait, how come she gets that and I don't get it?
Yeah. Hey, guess what? You know what's kind of popular with guys now? Like buffer women. Like the popularity of like, you know, like women who like work out and like bulk up a bit more.
Like bodybuilders?
Not necessarily bodybuilders, but it's kind of like one of those things of like it's more acceptable to see women working out in the gym and not just like and doing like work like, you know, weightlifting and not just just doing treadmill in the past. Like, oh, if a woman goes to the gym, she just runs in the treadmill. Nowadays, I mean, like there's also other body image issues that come along with that, right? But like you see like guys being into like that like physique, the Instagram model physique or something like that.
Oh,
but there's also
with
like
the big butt.
Yeah, big butts. But then there's also like physically there are women like I think there's like a influencer called like Lean Beef Patty and she's like buff.
Oh.
And she's buff and
Never
she's like she's very popular like on Instagram and like YouTube and stuff like that.
Like for men or
for
women?
men. For men.
Men.
Yeah, people are like, oh, step on me, mommy.
Oh. Okay.
That sort of thing, you know. So like
that,
and I'm thinking like 10 years back, that wouldn't people be like, oh, she's too butt, you know. Like,
oh.
I mean, people do say that about her now, actually.
Oh, I'll have to look her up.
Yeah.
Lean Beef
Patty.
Yeah. Like Patty?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's buff. She's like pretty buff. It's like men are like, oh wow, you know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So that's.
Yeah, and she's a popular influencer, and she like, you know, she shows like different workouts, stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of like a there's I could go all into like fitness influencer, how it's like kind of like a weird hole to go into because like no one knows what they're talking about. There's a lot of bro science about it. You know, there's a lot of like people saying this worked for me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily work for someone else, but they try to sell it as it will work for everyone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and the whole thing...
But yeah, the thing is like, hey, look, if you like how you need to, like how you look, there are people who like plus-size women. Some women like to do, like, you know, like feel good about, like, their self, right?
Yeah, there's... Like, my old manager, she had, like, very plus body, but I think she wears it well. Yeah. And she, like, knows how to buy stuff that makes her look cute. And I thought she was attractive. Yeah. Even though she was short. And
yeah. But, like, you know, but also be mindful that, you know, try to be healthy too.
Yeah. And also when I mentioned the whole intermittent fasting, it's not gonna work for everyone. Yeah. There are people with health conditions and, you know, they have to take medicine for gaining weight or they're taking psychotropic drugs for mental illness and stuff. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't fast. Yeah, especially for anorexic
maybe
folks.
if you don't know how to like cook or eat you know, eat food. Maybe fasting's not that great for you.
Yeah, because you have to, like, during your eating window, you have to eat nutritious stuff.
Yeah, you have to eat. You have to make your meals count.
Yes.
You know, like, you have to be like, okay, I have to eat, like, food. And that was, like, one of the problems you had while you were doing intermittent fasting, where it's just, like, you weren't good at, like, eating a lot of food all at once.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, even initially, before I started fasting, I wouldn't eat a lot. So... Oh, and also, I guess, like, the Netflix show that everyone talking about the Twin Steady.
Yeah.
Vegan versus omnivore diet.
Yeah.
If you're vegan, you have to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of beans.
Yeah.
To make up for... That equals omnivore, like meat and whatever omnivores
That's
eat.
why, like, when you eat, I'm, like, telling you, you need to eat more.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be hard to, like, because I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I feel full.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to keep eating or snacking more.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, don't. I mean, as long as you're not snacking on, like, really high processed foods, right? You know,
or just eating potato chips.
Yeah, because those add up. You know, those add up.
It's carbs.
They're sneaky. They're very sneaky carbs.
Yeah.
Because they don't make you full.
So what I do, or what I did, to lose 10 pounds was I would break my fast around noon. And I would break my fast with avocados, which is good fat, quote unquote. I would, like, sprinkle lemon juice on it, put some berbere on it, and some olive oil, and eat that with sardines soaked in olive oil.
Yeah.
And that's very filling.
Yeah, it's very filling. Like, there's a thing that, like, like, in terms of, like, order of eating things, and you do this with, like, when you go to Korean barbecue, because you want to get your money's worth. Start with your proteins. Eat your proteins first, then eat your veggies, then eat your carbs.
Oh.
And
okay, you can't mix it.
I mean, you can mix it, but it's just that the protein is what makes you full faster, right? So because you get full faster with the proteins, you don't overeat on carbs.
Doesn't like sweet stuff increase your appetite so you could eat more protein?
No, because you have limited real estate in your stomach too, right? Like, if your goal is to, like, eat to the point you're full. Yeah, because you can't bring back the meat. Yeah, you can't. It's not like you're gonna throw it up and then eat more, right? Right. So you have limited real estate in your stomach. So eat your meats first, because that would actually make you satiated faster. Because that's like what you're satiate. That's like how you get satiated is protein. Do you have to eat fast? So you're have to actually want to eat, like, pretty, like, slowly, because your stomach takes some time to sense that it's full. Your muscle linings have to stretch. Yeah. For your nerves to be like, I've eaten enough. Okay. So eating slower is actually, if you want to just, like, eat to full, you can eat slower, but start with your proteins, then because you can overeat on carbs easy. Yeah. Because carbs don't necessarily make you feel full. Yeah, it doesn't register as fast. Yeah, it doesn't register as fast. So just eat your proteins, eat your veggies. So eat the stuff that's more nutritionally dense first, and then eat your carbs to fill up the rest. If you have room. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not a fan of, like, cutting carbs out completely. Mostly because, like, I do a lot of exercising, and I need, like, the balance. I need, like, everything. I've exercised with low protein, high carb. I've also exercised with high protein, 0 carbs, and both feel like hell. Okay. Both suck. That might be why I'm having side aches. Because, like, with low protein, high carbs, I can finish the set, but I can't, like lift as much. But high protein, low carbs, I can lift a lot, but I can't finish out the set.
So the ideal mix
is both.
Both carbs
and protein.
So more protein than carbs, though.
Yeah, you need more protein than carbs, right? That's fine, you know.
Okay.
But like you do need some carbs. I'm not a fan of keto. I think keto is like a terrible like way to go.
Okay, so the thing that happened where I'm still sore on my side, intercostal muscle tear. I was doing my intermittent fasting, so no carbs. I guess decent amount of protein. I'm a pescatarian, so just fish.
Fish and beans.
And beans, but like very low carbs.
Yeah.
And I did this like intense Zumba workout.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any carbs.
Carbs are more important for like heavy cardio things like Zumba or running.
Yeah, like, so I think that's why I'm still suffering from soreness.
Yeah. Carbs are, I don't like going zero carbs. Zero carbs, like, I do limit my carbs, you know, I don't like eat so many carbs, and I try to keep it to like whole carbs. But like, yeah, going full on zero carbs, that's way too much.
Yeah.
Like,
and if you work out and low carbs,
it's hell.
And fasting, it's very bad for your body.
Yeah, like eat food.
Yeah,
eat food. And sometimes like and if you're working out and you don't want to get to the state where your body cannibalizes your muscle, you know?
I think that's what's happening with my body.
Yeah, like
I might be losing muscle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will have to go to doggy training soon.
Yeah. Our dog, he is adorable.
Yeah. I think I handled him too rough or something. Okay. Not too rough. Okay, let me explain myself
like
before
too close.
people
Like you're like,
misinterpret.
Yeah,
I'm just like, you're so cute, and I make weird noises and like.
And then you like hold his face. Like,
And I like breathe in his face the breath of life. And then he thinks I'm like the most interesting toy.
Yeah.
So he's been biting my ankles.
He's like overexcited when he sees you.
Yeah.
So it's like she's too much fun. You're too fun.
Yeah. So I have to like dial it down.
Yeah.
And just like stare at each other.
Yeah.
Just and then like, he starts barking.
Yeah. He's like, oh hey, what's up? You know.
Not even like touch him. Yeah. I can't pet him these days.
Yeah.
I have to have like. I need him to fast from me.
Yeah. Just like reset it. You know.
Reset. Yeah. Too much sugar.
Yeah.
Too
much of a good thing. Yeah, too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you gotta be like, you gotta dial it back calm. I feel like he still like has weird behaviors, but I feel like he's like less like like around you.
Oh yeah, cause I'm controlling my mana.
Yeah, you gotta like control it. Because like the thing is like he's very calm with me. Right.
You can go out walking and he's not constantly jumping.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he doesn't even just like walk. He's jumping constantly.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't care where he's landing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is not safe because there's cars speeding by on the road. And then he would just bite and I'm like, okay, here's a treat.
Yeah.
And then he would just like jump again so he could get treats constantly every step of the way.
Yeah.
And then the last like 100 steps I was running. Oh my gosh. Running for my life.
I have to do more exercise this is also why I'm also more fit because I gotta go take him out both times in the day. And be like, okay. Like I have to be the one that exercises him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to be the one who shows myself to him less.
Yeah, you gotta just be like keep calm, because you gotta like go in, okay, you know, because you gotta.
Yeah, I have to like pass by his territory to the kitchen.
Yeah, but like you have to also like input yourself and be like, this is my space too. You know.
Yeah.
This is my space as well.
Yeah, I can't keep hiding.
Yeah, you can't keep hiding. Otherwise, he thinks he's on a higher totem pole than you. Right. So you gotta be like, you have to be a leader. You also have to be a leader.
And I have to bear pain without making noise.
Yeah, I tank it. Like I endure. I spent a long time enduring a lot of bites. Right. And zero reaction too. Like I'm like, you bit me. I'm going to just like redirect you, and it's gonna go and leave now. He would bite hard. Like I have clothes that are like permanently damaged too from like what he's bitten me. Like like you've seen multiple versions of my pants that are like have like suffered greatly. We
have tested the toughness of our genes for his bites.
Yeah, some have survived. I had to deal with a lot of patience in dealing with this dog.
Yeah.
And now this dog's very patient. This dog's very good around me.
Because of your pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how good I will be with that.
Yeah, because like we have different ways of like dealing with it. Because like I've noted, because there's two advices. There's one is saying you're just like you tank it. Zero reaction, or you do the opposite where you make a big, very loud ouch, over exaggerate it, but it works for different dogs. And for Worf, I believe that he reacts better to the silent treatment.
Oh, okay.
And like, I don't get your presence if I bite you.
Oh, okay. You step away. I
step away.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't the most minor bite, like I'm just like step away. And like leave 30 seconds and then come back. I had to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like I had to do that a lot of times, right?
Yeah. It takes a lot of patience.
It's a lot of patience, you know.
The humans.
And it won't work day 1, day 2, or week 1 or week 2.
Or month 7.
Yeah. It took like month 6 or 7. Right.
Yeah, because he came to us
when he was a little baby.
He was 2 months in.
Yeah, like 8 or 10 weeks. I think 8 weeks. But yeah, he's fine. He's good.
He's 7 months old now.
He is very like excited around new people though.
Oh yeah, so there was a Jehovah's Witness lady and her kid.
Yeah.
And she knocked on the door. I opened the door, and then I didn't realize, okay, the fence is in a different position now, so he has access to the door.
Yeah.
And he just like, he was like at my door, and then, but he wasn't like barking at them. He was nice.
He was like, he wanted to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like hoping that you would close the door faster.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, I'm like, please close the door. Because I thought you were closing the door.
Oh.
That's why I let go. Because I thought you were keeping the door closed and keeping your body blocking the door open. But no, you're like, legs, light stance. And I'm like,
And then he like shot out, and then, and she held him.
Yeah, I'm very aware that he could possibly be behind me every time I open the door to pick up packages. So I make sure that he can't get out. Like I just crack open the door and I body block the opening.
Yeah. New awarenesses. Yeah. Because we changed where we put the fence.
There's also times where you just leave fences open. Like when I go out,
Oh yeah, yeah.
You just
because I was like bringing the laundry.
Yeah, you go out and you like leave the fences open. I'm like, every time I come back, I'm like, why is this fence open? I'm like, oh my gosh, because that means I have to like rush to close it before he notices. Right.
The thing is, even if he gets out, he's like, ooh.
Yeah. And then like your shoes on the plate. I'm like, okay, he can grab these boots here.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he can 100% grab these boots here. That's why I like picked them up right away and be like, take these.
The expensive boots.
Yeah, I'm like, you need to take these now.
Yeah. But yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. We talked about different theories of men.
Yeah.
And Worf.
And we gotta go now. See ya. Bye.
Bye.